So, should I do a story time on the time I bought a brand new Honda Civic from the Honda dealership and it got repossessed? Or should I do a story time about the time I had to get a restraining order put on my ex? Or should I do a story time about one of the parties I threw when I was in college? Hmm. What should I do a story time about? I have a lot of story times that I could do, but I'm about to do my hair. So let's do a story time about the time I bought myself a Honda Civic with brand new off the Honda dealer, off the Honda lot, no miles, brand new Honda Civic. This was back in 2016, so it was a brand new 2016 Honda Civic. And I had a security guard job. I had my guard card and I was doing security. And I saved up $3,500 for a down payment and I bought myself a brand new Honda and I had a car note. And a couple of months later, it ended up getting repossessed because I got fired from my security job because it was overnight and I fell asleep. Go figure. Um, but I ended up getting another job at a beauty supply, but it just wasn't enough to cover my car note and other expenses that I had, so I ended up getting it repossessed. Um, yeah, but that's not my first car that I bought. I also bought myself a Mercedes, an older Mercedes, E320. I've also bought myself a Nissan Sentra. All the cars I've ever had in my life have been funded and paid for and bought by myself. But yeah, so story time about the time I had to get a restraining order against my ex. This was several years ago, so I think it's kind of safe to talk about this story. Um, but I had an ex-boyfriend and he was very uh had a huge personality. He was a Leo. So his personality very big. And long story short, one day we went out for drinks at a restaurant in LA near the beach. And we went out for drinks and we had a couple margaritas and I was driving, but we weren't too intoxicated, but we had a few drinks and I was dropping him off back at his house, his apartment, and he had fell asleep though on the way back from the restaurant. And when we got to his house, he wouldn't wake up. Like, I kid you not. I was like, let's say his name is, make up a name, Melvin. Let's say his name is Melvin. No, Marvin. Let's say his name is Marvin. So I was like, Marvin, like pushing him. He in the passenger seat. I'm driving. We pulled up. We there for 30 minutes. I'm literally kid you not. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm like, Marvin, like wake your ass up. He would not wake up. So I started socking him because mind you, it's late at night. I'm tired. I want to go home. You won't wake up. You just laying in the passenger seat, knocked out. But I do fully admit it's my fault for starting to physically punch him to wake him up. But y'all don't know Marvin. Marvin had like hit me prior to this. He had put his hands on me prior to this when we would be drinking and we would be out and stuff like that. So of course I got agitated and I decided to physically hit him because that's what was going on. So anyway, he decided to wake up, y'all, got out of the car. I got out of the car, hopped out the car, and this man, mind you, this man is like, at the time was like 6'2.5", and like, I bullshit you not, probably 280, if not more, 280 pounds. Grown ass, full ass, big ass man. Decided to ball up his fist and sock me dead in my face to where I fell on the ground. Mind you, I passed out when I hit the ground. Don't know what happened. First hit her to the ground. KO. Ring, 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 ring. Like I'm on the ground. And he was going to continue to punch me in my face. If it weren't for a neighbor screaming out her window, like, hey, get off of her, leave her alone, whatever. And he ran in the house. So, mind you, I got a black eye now and my nose is bleeding and I drive myself home. I'm crying, blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. So, yeah, I end up getting a restraining order, having to get a restraining order put out on him. But that's just because that was one incident. And then there was another more serious incident where a weapon was involved and other things took place. But yeah, y'all, crazy, crazy, crazy. I've been through some crazy stuff, but yeah. Hindsight, looking back on it, 2020, you kind of just don't want to think as a woman that you are strong enough to like physically hurt a man with your bare self. Like if you're a trained fighter, cool, you know what I'm saying, you know some skills, cool. If you got a weapon, sure. But it's like if you're just a regular woman with your boyfriend and you think that, and he's bigger than you and you think that you can like take him down, girl, think again, or be smart, because that was the day that I learned, like, all right, I cannot whoop everybody, you know what I mean? I mean, that man hit me one time and I fell to the ground. It was no chance for me. But that's not my only story time that I have of being in domestic fights and domestic violence. I have plenty, several stories with different people, unfortunately. It's not funny. But let me know if y'all want to hear some more story times, because I have a few. Okay.